Hey.
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 We're back.
How we doing?
Yeah.
How we doing?
So good.
It's episode 4.
Quattro. It's episode 4 of the Sideline podcast powered by Anchor. It's an absolutely great Thursday.
It's beautiful.
I'm Jack, joined by Blake.
It's gonna be a good day.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a good day.
I'm
We
Jack,
already on
joined
that.
by Blake and Q.
You know who it is.
Before we get
Yep.
into the great show today,
Your girlfriend's favorite
sure,
notification. Let's go. Come on.
Make sure to follow us on
Ugh.
the socials. Our Instagram is at Sideline Media Prod, P-R-O-D.
Drop that follow.
Our Twitter is at Sideline Media PR. And we are now on YouTube.
Go subscribe right now.
Subscribe, search up Sideline Media Productions if you want to see our beautiful faces. And we got lots to talk about today. It's been an interesting week in
That's
the
wild.
world of football. So today we're going to be getting into some major injuries and how they impact fantasy and just the world of football in general. You know, we got a Heisman watch. We haven't talked about Heisman yet, so we're going to get into that. We got some super dogs for the weekend. And then we actually have a huge announcement for Sideline Media Productions at the end of the episode.
You gotta
So stay tuned for that.
stay.
If you don't stay tuned for it, I don't really know what you're doing.
We got 2 words for you.
You're
we don't.
you're mid.
No, we don't.
You're mid.
You're
That's
mid.
all we have. But let's get into it. Let's start today with the Big 12. It's kind of a mess right now. But dude, Kansas is on
Rock
top.
chalk, baby.
Kansas is on top of the Big 12. I don't really know how.
I mean,
I can't even talk about it because I don't know what is happening.
who was your bottom team this year? Was it Tech?
No.
Was it
yeah.
Kansas State?
No,
or
it was
Tech?
Iowa State. It was
Iowa State. Okay.
Yeah, so Kansas is leading the Big 12.
That does not sound right.
Oklahoma is 0-2 in conference. They got absolutely waxed by TCU, 55
Give
to
'em
24.
hell.
Go Frogs.
And yeah, it's there's some pretty good Big 12 matchups this weekend though.
Jalen Daniels turning the program around.
I mean, yeah, it's something. Oklahoma State beat Baylor. Big
Yeah.
win.
Hey.
36-25 last week.
Go Pokes, baby.
So we got 4 Big 12 matchups this weekend. Game day is actually in one of them. College game day is heading to Lawrence,
that
where
sounds
Yes, sir.
so wrong.
number 17 TCU is heading obviously to Lawrence to play number 19 Kansas, and not really too much interesting facts about this game. TCU is a 7-point favorite. Got a high over/under on most of these games except for
Big 12 football, baby.
Big 12. No defense.
High-powered.
The over/under is actually 68.5. So
Good God.
yeah, it's
Oh God.
yeah, it's high. So, are you taking the over/under in this game? What are we feeling? I'm taking the under in this
Under,
game personally.
Probably.
I think the under. TCU looked insane last weekend though.
Yeah, it's fine. Can we move past that?
Yeah. Okay. So another game we have. Texas Tech is coming here to Stilly to play number 7.
You ain't got a
Oklahoma-
chance in hell, boy.
Oklahoma State. OSU's a 9.5-point favorite, and the over/under 69.5.
Wow.
I'm taking the over.
I'm betting
personally.
over. It's gonna be a
Yeah, most
shootout.
definitely.
It's gonna
Over.
be a shootout. Ain't no shootout.
I think
here.
it's gonna be a
We're
shootout.
gonna cover. Take the over. There's 2 easy locks. Give me my money. So I mean, I don't really.
What's your record in bets?
We're getting into that later.
Yeah. Hey,
I-
what's yours, all red?
We're not going to talk
We're
about
not
it
talking
right
about
now.
it now.
I'll
We're
talk
not gonna
about
talk about that
mine
right
all
now.
day.
Patience.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty self-explanatory game. I don't really think that's caused a lot of problems for OSU. Unless you guys do, please let me know now.
I'm chilling.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then this is the game that absolutely no one cares about. Kansas State's heading to Iowa State. Kansas State's only favored by 2, and this
Cyclones
is
are gonna get
this is
waxed.
this is the weird one. The over/under is actually 45, which is
No shot.
Over.
very low.
Under. I'm going under.
You're going under?
Over.
Yeah.
I think Baylor gets the over by themselves.
Huh?
We're not talking about Baylor, but good try.
Oh God.
Kansas State, sorry.
There you go.
You're so
There
pretty.
you go.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Oh man.
It's been a long day.
It's all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think Kansas State would get the over by themselves. They're gonna smack them.
Adrian Martinez, boy.
Yeah, and then the big game. Drum roll, please. Oh, the Red River rivalry.
Yeah.
Texas
Hook 'em horns, baby.
versus Oklahoma.
Psych. Tuck Fexes till the day I die.
So this is the first time since 1998 where Texas and OU are both unranked going into this matchup, which is crazy. Texas
It's usually
is
just Texas.
Texas is a 7-point favorite actually. Might have changed now that the big news. Quinn Ewers is active.
Indeed.
It's still +7.
It's still +7. Okay, so Texas is still a 7-point favorite. The over-under 65.5. Dylan Gabriel's out, so
No, we don't know yet, but
he's probably
Most
out.
likely.
I think it's
probably
time
out.
for a booty call.
no, it's Davis Bevel.
No.
Yes, it is.
So what are your guys' thoughts on this game?
OU's gonna win. It's gonna be a shootout. Over. I'm taking over every time they
Mhm.
play. The
Yeah,
over is 6-4 in the last 10 years, and the last 5 years it's 5-1. So I'm
Jeez,
taking
I like
the over.
that. No, I like that a lot. I think like the one last year was insane. That game
Yeah.
was crazy.
I miss Caleb.
Yeah, the Caleb Williams game. That was crazy. So yeah, I personally think Texas is gonna win. Sorry, man.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I just think
Don't
Texas
touch
is
me.
gonna win.
I like that because the way you pick games, I'm chilling.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fade Q this week. OU.
No,
might-
fade me. I want you to fade me.
No.
Dang it. Now I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, you might lose now, but I just want to see some good football. I really don't
That's
care who
fair.
wins at the end of the day. Plus,
That is so corny.
How is-
Shut your mouth.
I'm just here to watch good football.
Shut your mouth, boy.
Yeah, football.
Tom
No.
Brady's been watching a
OU
lot of bad football.
Yeah, he did say that today.
Yeah.
We'll get into Brady later.
OU is gonna wash them. I predicted the score is gonna be
Someone write this down.
48-31 OU.
48-31 OU. All right, lock that in, everyone.
So go over. Listen to
I agree
Daddy.
with the over. Hey, we agreed. Over.
Fair. Yeah.
But-
Yeah, I have a good stat for this game. You ready?
Yeah, you
Let
do.
me hear it.
Yeah, you
Since
do, boy.
the AP poll got introduced in 1936,
Mm.
there's been
God
11 Red River rivalries where both teams are unranked. This is the 12th.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Any idea what the record, who's won and who's lost in those 11 games?
I feel like Texas is leading it.
Texas is 10-1.
Oh God. Well, they're about to be 10-2.
But here's
so,
the thing. Last time it happened
Change
was
the narrative, OU.
1998.
Change
so
the narrative.
Did you
History
know
doesn't matter.
There's been 5 no contests of this game. That's so weird.
That is a
Wild.
little weird.
62-50-5.
I mean, yeah.
This ain't soccer.
Did you see what Sark said about
Oh, he's
Texas?
an alcoholic.
Sark said
He's
that,
an alcoholic.
Sark said that Texas is healthier than we've ever been since the start of the season, and that's a positive. That's what he said.
He's an alcoholic.
That's what he said about their
What?
injury status because they've been hurt so much all around. He said that they're the healthiest that they've been all year. So who knows?
He's gonna get fired from Texas like he did USC for being an alcoholic. Just wait.
All right, and that's how we'll end that segment for the day. Now let's talk let's talk AP poll rankings because it's kind of weird right now.
I wouldn't talk about him bad if he would have beaten Alabama, but he wanted to lose.
All right, yeah. So there were 10 preseason teams that were ranked that are now unranked.
Mm.
Notre Dame, see ya. A&M, see ya. Oklahoma, see ya. Baylor, see ya. Michigan State, see ya. Miami, see ya. Pitt, see ya. Wisconsin, see ya. Arkansas,
coach.
see ya.
See ya.
Houston, see ya.
I feel like
All those teams are unranked. now.
Baylor shouldn't be unranked.
I agree.
I also don't think Arkansas should be unranked.
I also agree.
I agree with the Arkansas pick, but
All the others, yeah, I agree.
I think Baylor's a top 25 team.
yeah.
yeah. Bama's actually also back on top now, which brings me to the question.
No. Yeah.
After
yeah,
last week, are you worried about Georgia?
No. It was a fluke.
was a fluke game?
Who was it? Missouri.
Missouri. Mizzou.
It's fine.
Go
I'm,
Tigers.
Chill.
I'm
I
still
th-
rocking with my statement. I still think Ohio State's the best team in college football. Right now.
I think it's Bama.
I think it's. I don't know. They have Bryce Young out, so
Well, I mean, I think he'll be healthy for when it matters. So
I think right now Ohio State is the best team in college football.
I don't think the rankings are going to change for the rest of the year. I think it's going to go
I agree.
Alabama, Georgia, Ohio
Probably.
I
State.
agree.
Unless
top
someone
3 are
randomly
locks.
loses.
Yeah.
Bama's not losing. If Bama's gonna lose, it's gonna be this week to
I agree,
A&M.
yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna lose this week. So, I mean, yeah, there was there was also 7 new entries into the top 25, which is kind of gnarly.
Top 25 is so weird this year.
It is
Hey.
very weird.
Kansas is ranked for the first time since 2009.
I thought it was 2008.
Could be. I don't know.
It's one of the
Come on, stat guy.
Wow.
big stat
We
guy.
need that.
Fair.
I'm kidding.
Also, we kind of hated on them last week. Ole Miss, they kind of
They heard us.
They
They
kind of
heard us
shut us
talking.
up. They're ranked number 9 now after beating Kentucky. They looked really good. I know Will Levis hurt his hand, but I mean the defense, even when he was
Look like Tua. That's
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
But is there any realistic shot that Ole Miss could make a run for the SEC title?
No.
No.
No. So you don't think they stand any chance against Bama or
No.
Georgia?
No.
Nope. Maybe in the Sun Belt.
Fun Belt.
All right. And then my last main question was, Clemson beat NC State, right? As we all expected, like blah blah. But does that win prove anything for Clemson?
Nope.
Not really.
You
No.
still not rocking with Clemson?
NC State's a fraud. So
They are a fraud. We'll get into Clemson being a fraud later on. Oh, everyone's favorite segment, but that's not for now. So you're gonna have to wait.
I think in terms of the AP poll right now, the top 3 is still the top 3, and it probably will be for the rest of the season. But I think the gap between the top 3 and the field is closing.
I think it's
The
still
AP
gonna
poll
be
is in
wide.
shambles
Yeah.
currently. It is in shambles.
When does
Dude, because think about it. Oregon got waxed week 1, then they win the next week, and they were like 13 or something in going into week 3.
AP poll's always weird.
I know, but this year feels like different. So it's kind of a mess right now. AP's whack. It's
Interested to see what the
AP
first
flood.
playoff rankings are.
the only AP I got's on my wrist. Ice,
Hey,
splash, water, drip.
boom?
Yeah. So I think, the top 2, they're not losing. The only game, the only game that is really gonna mess with the
This is-
top 3
this
is
is-
Michigan, Ohio State.
This is the only
Yes.
way I think Oklahoma State gets into the playoff. This game right
If
here.
what?
If either of them, one
One
of
of
them
them's
has to
gonna
lose. But
We're talking about Michigan and Ohio State.
Michigan versus Ohio State, yes. November
if one of them
26th.
wins by a lot, is that what you're saying?
Well, no. Whoever. I feel like this is the only way. Like, no.
So you think OSU can get in if USC and Clemson are undefeated?
Yeah. I don't. USC hasn't played anyone.
It depends how significantly OSU beats all these teams.
Clemson. The win against NC State's gonna look good because NC State was
Top 10.
ranked.
They were
Yeah.
10th.
I think what's going to tell a lot about USC is
the game against Utah.
Yeah.
and if UCLA beats Utah this week.
Well, yeah, but
And then if it's UCLA and
DTR.
USC undefeated last week of the season.
yeah, I think that out of
How would
all
that
the
look?
college games this week, the biggest one, because we talked about the Big 12 because those were like them, but you got A&M Bama. I think Bama still wipes, but then UCLA versus Utah is a very big game because I think it's going to decide who's the only like real contender against USC because those are the only 2 teams really that stand a chance. Yeah, UCLA looked really good against
Yeah, they
Washington.
did.
So it was a
I wanted Washington to do good this year.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. I think the OSU has a long shot of getting in, but honestly, all they can do is win. All you got to do is win your games and then let the rest play out.
It's kind of the thing, you control your own destiny.
That's exactly what it is.
If you lose, you're done.
Yeah,
if you
so
win,
they
you
can't-
keep yourself in.
They can't get some stupid loss like they got last year against Iowa State.
It always happens.
So they
Iowa
can't.
State's really good at ending our chances.
It's
of-
They
just like
ain't-
Kansas
no,
State know you.
at
They're
a
not
title.
winning this year. Not in the blackout
No.
game in Stillwater. They ain't.
That play's going to be rocking.
We ain't losing. It's gonna be rocking this
Rocking.
weekend against Texas Tech as well.
Yeah.
But hey, man, sold out crowd. You ain't gonna be rowdy. I'll be rowdy.
Hey man, they're inducting the blonde bomber into the Ring of Honor.
Who's that?
Bob Fenimore.
I have no idea who that is.
So here's Blake
Here's a
here
running back.
with the OSU stats for you.
There you go. Big OSU guy.
Blonde Bomber. What a name. Did he bomb people?
Didn't they have that in like
No.
Fortnite or something? Bro, I had the
Default
Fortnite
skin.
All right. Next segment we're going into. We haven't talked about it at all on this podcast, but the Heisman.
How old is He's dead.
Okay.
He can't even be here.
Okay, maybe we're not talking about the Heisman. We're talking about
They can still induct him into
what's
the
his
Ring
name?
of Honor, right?
What's his name?
Bob Fenimore, also known as the Blonde Bomber or the Blonde Blizzard.
Well, rest in peace, Bob.
He wore number 55. Weak number. Hey, but congrats to you, Bob. If you're no, well, he's not. But
Yeah. So shout out Bob.
the family of the Fenimores. Congrats on your
Induction.
inductee.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Jesus.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on. like I said, we haven't talked about it on this podcast at all. But we're gonna talk.
Can we do the ad?
No. The ad's coming later. We're gonna be talking about the Heisman here.
Oh.
Okay.
Did Bob win it?
No.
Well,
Unfortunately.
So the main stat here for the Heisman.
oh man.
You know what? Actually,
Shut up, Bob.
You know what? Actually, we're actually gonna take this time right now, and Blake is gonna tell us about our sponsor, Anchor. Blake, take it away.
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcasts right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And the best part, it's completely free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Let's send it back to Jack on the sideline.
Okay, thank you, Blake. So now we're gonna try again here, get into Heisman watch for the third time. We haven't talked about it on this podcast, and we're gonna talk about it right now. So, number one highlight is C.J. Stroud jumped to number one. He jumped Bryce Young because Bryce Young falls down to 2. So what
No,
do you?
he fell down to 3.
He fell down to 3.
Yeah.
Oh well, hey, look at me.
Caleb Williams is number 2.
He sucks. So
I'm a squirt on. No,
Sa-
I'm a squirt one ball. I can't, dude. Oh my gosh.
That's going in the blueprint.
that is going in
That's
the
going in
book.
the episode. I'm not gonna. I'm sure many of you stop. I'm sure many of you have seen. He got a water bottle squirted in his face last weekend. All right, come on, man. CJ Stroud is plus 150.
We're gonna go to commercial break.
No,
Be
we're
back
not.
after
We're keeping it here. CJ Stroud is plus 150, according to Vegas. Keep it together. Caleb Williams is plus 400. Bryce Young is plus 900 now, so he fell from 1 to 3. And then Hendon Hooker is plus 1,400. Stetson Bennett is plus 1,600, and that's the top 5.
Yeah. Entering the top 10 though, Adrian Martinez and Blake Corum.
And DTR.
Yeah. Dylan Gabriel, he's basically done now because he's hurt. So
Yep.
rip. And they have 2 losses, doesn't help.
I don't know how Bo Nix is tied with Will Anderson.
I don't either.
And Spencer Sanders.
I don't either. Bo Nix sucks. He's terrible. He was terrible at
Not very
Auburn.
good.
He's never been good. He's awful. I had one question about the Heisman. The way he's playing, I've seen a lot about him recently. Is DJ Ucla in the top 10 for Heisman?
Well, he is. I
No,
mean,
to you guys, your opinion. I know
Yeah.
he's there.
yeah,
Probably.
he's there, but he's not.
Is
like
he
a
silencing
threat.
the
He's
haters?
probably like
No.
9 or 10
I'm-
in the top 10.
You
I
still
would
not
think.
you still not rocking with him though?
So here we'll do this. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 8 right now. We'll go. I'll say players in front of him. You tell me if they're better.
Little
or
would you
he's worse.
rather
Yeah.
segment here?
Would you rather DJ? Would you rather CJ Stroud?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you rather Caleb Williams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you
Yes.
rather Bryce Young?
Yes.
Would you rather Hendon Hooker?
Yes.
I'm saying yes.
Right now,
SEC
yeah.
player, yeah.
Would you rather Stetson Bennett?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Would you rather Blake Corum? No.
Yeah, no.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, he's a running back, so.
Yeah. Would you rather Jahmyr Gibbs?
Jameer Gibbs is on there?
He's
Yeah.
plus 22.
I'm still gonna take DJ.
Okay. Oh wow. I thought Jalen would be higher than DJ. Would you? Okay, since they're tied, would you rather DJ or Jalen?
DJ.
Probably DJ.
Funny bone. Would you rather Drake May?
Drake
No.
May.
Would you rather DTR?
DTR.
Wow.
I'm taking DTR.
I'm gonna take DJ.
I
More
like.
on that later.
I like.
I'm gonna
I
take
like
DJ.
I like DTR, but I don't like him that much. Okay, last one. Would you rather Sam Hartman? I'm going DJ. No,
Yeah.
I'll do one more after this.
That's a tough one. I love Hartman, but I think I would go DJ.
Okay. Would you rather Spencer?
I knew he was going to say that.
Spencer. Gotta
Spencer.
pick the guy.
Going
Go
DJ.
Pokes.
Spencer's look so good though. I mean, I will say, DJ, despite sucking last year, he's looked pretty good this year. Except the first game. The first game, he was kind of iffy. He was on and off. But I think he's definitely playing a lot better. So something to watch for sure. So who would be your Heisman then today? Like right now, Heisman Trophy ceremonies tonight. Who are you picking?
C.J. Stroud.
Being Stroud? Blake's gonna pick Stroud.
Probably.
As a fan, I would go Jalen Daniels.
Yes.
I don't even know who I would pick right now. Because I feel like it's like a statistical award, so I would probably have to say Stroud as well. But, it's fine. I don't want to, but Stroud sucks. But now it's time for another not new. It happened last week. Was last week the first segment?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to the second installment of Blake's Dark Horse.
Hey.
That's pretty solid.
That was really good.
Not
actually.
bad. That was not bad.
That was really good.
You know what?
Who let the horse out, man? Come on, man. All right, let's go, Blake.
I felt really good about Minnesota.
I felt good for
Yeah,
him.
so let's talk
Ibrahim.
about it. In case you didn't listen last week, I don't know what you're doing. Go listen to
Weird.
that. But we'll finish listening to this and then listen to that because you're already here. You might as well finish it. So,
Yeah.
But last week on first segment of Blake's Dark Horse, he picked Minnesota.
I thought it was a very good pick.
I felt so good about it.
He was confident in it. Everyone loved it. It was going well here. The Sideline headquarters here. Everyone was like, "Yeah, that's the move."
Damn Boilermakers, man.
Yeah, and then Purdue really ruined that. So, what you got for me this week, Blake?
My player dark horse this week is DTR for UCLA.
Can you please say his name for the people who don't know?
Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Just
There
to
you
clarify.
Yeah,
There you go.
red.
According to
Get him, Blake.
DraftKings, he is plus 3,500 to win the Heisman right now.
Yeah, he is.
Last week against Washington, 24 for 33, 315 yards, 3 touchdowns, along with
A
53
hurdle.
yards on the ground and
Big
a hurdle
Big
And-
hurdle.
and a rushing touchdown.
And he made 2 guys hit into each other. Just a cool highlight.
He looked good against the Huskies. Overall in
what?
the season, he is 74.3 completion percentage, 1,211 yards, 11 touchdowns, and an interception, 31 rushes, 223 yards, 3 TDs.
He's killing it. They looked like
And the Bruins are undefeated.
Wait, how many passing?
1,211
lot.
and 11 TDs.
He's very similar to Spencer Sanders.
No,
His
I know.
stats wise.
But he's not
That's very
cool,
true.
so like Spencer.
That's fair.
No, DTR is 100% cooler than
Nah.
Spencer.
Fake fan.
And then
He's a super senior.
the team I have is a dark horse. This isn't necessarily for the playoff or anything like that. I just think that
So
They're-
no. So say the team, then give me their ceiling.
okay. The team is James Madison.
Ugh.
JMU.
And I don't know if they moved up from FCS this year or last year, but they're 4-0.
Yeah, they are.
They're first in total defense in the country. 217 yards per game. They've allowed 8 touchdowns. Their third down percentage on defense is 6th in the country at 24%.
Six.
They're
Buzz.
first
6 buzz.
in the country in rushing defense. 46 yards per game on the ground. 1.5 yards per carry.
Who have they played though?
Let me go look. Because I think it's actually someone that's not bad. It's a couple teams that's not bad.
Well, there you have it. JMU.
Shout out James Madison, shortest president in history. Short kings, you can do anything you want.
Yeah, you can.
Hey, speaking, number 4 has been a theme. 4th president.
Hey.
Hey.
Forza.
He hated Alexander Hamilton though, so if you like Hamilton, you would know.
They have played Middle Tennessee State, Norfolk State, Texas State, and Appalachian
Texas State's
State.
not bad. Did they beat Appalachian State?
32-28.
Yeah, they did.
Woo!
They did beat App State.
That hurt me.
Yeah.
They did beat App State. Yeah, that was
That one
They beat
hurt.
App State on the road.
and
Mm.
they beat Middle Tennessee State, who beat Miami.
Long neck ice cold beer.
Shout out Luke Combs.
Yeah. So yeah, there's your dark horse. We'll be back next week to see if they lose. They probably will just because
It wasn't as good.
Probably.
we talked about it. They'll probably lose. And now it's time for everyone's favorite segment.
Who's a fraud?
Q's frauds of the week. So, before you get all excited on me, let's talk about last week. your picks for frauds.
Do we have my overall record or just from last
We
week?
started keeping record last week. I can go
Okay.
back and I'll have his full record next week, including the first week. But last week you went 2-3 on your picks. We had Penn State as not a fraud, Ole Miss is a fraud, Florida State is a fraud, Kansas State is a fraud, and Washington not a fraud. So 2-3. Could be worse, could be better. And I got 5 new teams for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First one, game day in Lawrence,
Hey.
Kansas, the Jayhawks.
No, they're not a fraud.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Rock chalk,
Yes.
baby.
Rock
Rock chalk.
Big game this weekend, though,
Yeah.
so I guess we'll see.
I hope they lose because it'll look better. What is TCU? They're 17?
I think they're 19.
19? It's
No,
19.
they could
yeah.
be
No,
17.
TCU is
Kansas
17,
is
Kansas
19.
is 19.
Yeah.
Haven't flipped.
I don't know how far TCU would go up when we play them next week, but for our sake, I hope they lose, but I don't want them to. So
Yeah, I got you.
rock chalk, not a fraud.
Rock chalk. And this
Yes.
is the biggest one. Syracuse, the Orange.
Sean Tucker was pleased with his performance, by the way.
They're
For all the people that
a
look at his
sneaky
Twitter every
team.
week.
They're a sneaky team right now.
I don't think they're a fraud. I mean, they're not doing anything. I don't think it's their fault that they're in the top 25. I mean,
Well, I hope it's not their fault.
Well,
that they're
yeah,
in the
but,
top
like,
25.
they're lucky to be there, but no, they're not a fraud. No, they're a fraud.
They're a fraud?
If they, what are they, like 23, 24?
I think so, yeah. And they got a tough schedule coming
Yeah,
up.
their schedules. Yeah, they're losing. Yeah, they're frauds. They're falling out. Fraud.
So yeah, they got a
Football in New York just doesn't make sense. They're a basketball school.
Yeah, so Syracuse is a very tough schedule. They got NC State, Clemson, Notre Dame, Pitt, Florida
Yeah.
State, Wake, and then they end with BC. But those games are
Those might all be losses.
that's what I'm saying.
They're
So-
falling
besides
out of.
BC.
They're falling out of the top 25 after the next. Or do they play NC State this week?
No, they have a bye this week.
Okay, next week they'll fall out.
Yeah, so they got a tough schedule.
Yeah.
But they are
Frauds.
I think they're gonna give some of those teams some trouble, I think. So team to watch for there, Syracuse. Now we talked about them in the poll and whatnot. Clemson.
Frauds.
Frauds.
I don't think they haven't proven anything to me. Still, they're
I feel like I ask this every week.
yeah.
But
I just
what's
don't
their ceiling? I think I've asked it every week.
playoffs or national championship.
Okay.
Playoffs or national championship.
They're a championship or bust team, basically. is
Yes.
what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I agree with that. So we're calling them frauds. So then this is these next two teams, the last two teams for accused frauds of the week, actually, play each other. So we got Utah and UCLA. So I'm asking this because it kind of contradicts if you think they're both not frauds, but that's not how we're going to do it because we need to have a winner and a loser. So I need you to pick one that's a fraud and one that is not a fraud. Basically saying, like, which team has a higher chance of winning the Pac-12, because I don't think either team...
Beating USC basically.
Yeah, beating USC and making it and winning the Pac-12.
Drum
because-
roll, please.
Oh!
Utah is not a fraud.
Utah is not
So
a
that
fraud.
only means one thing.
UCLA is...
Fraud!
There you go.
They're a basketball school.
There it is.
So stay tuned for that. Well, not stay tuned here. Watch the game this weekend. That's going to be a great game.
Big game.
That's
Might
gonna
be the
a
best game of the weekend.
Yeah.
I would agree
Honestly.
with that. But yeah, thank you for another awesome week of Q's Frauds of the Week.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We'll be back next week. And
Love
now, another news segment. Shout out College Game Day for this one.
Super Dogs.
Super Dogs. Yeah, so we're doing some Super Dogs. Who wants to start us off?
I can start.
All right, who you got for me this weekend? Give me a Super Dog.
Okay, I'm going BYU outright
Oh.
versus Notre Dame in Vegas.
Okay, so
They-
you want to
Notre
explain?
Dame-
You want to explain to some
Okay.
people what you mean by outright?
Okay, Notre Dame is favored by 3.5. So if BYU covered the spread, they would either lose by 3 or less, or win whatever. If they win outright, they not only cover the spread, but they win by plus the spread. So they win by 4+.
Yes. Okay. I
Short-
like that.
I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. ESPN gives BYU a 30.1% chance to win. Notre Dame's defense is not very good.
Yeah, they've looked
They're
weak this year.
53rd in total defense. Drew Pine, he's only played 3 games, but he has 459 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a pick in those 3. And Jaron Hall's pretty freaking good.
He's pretty good. Yeah, I like
So I think BYU outright.
I like
this
it.
week.
So
That's
there's
my
your-
super dog.
I'll go. I have 2, but I'll do my main one. I have Army at number 15, Wake Forest. It was originally going to be OU as my super dog, but I have Army plus 17. Last year, I don't know if any of y'all remember this. They played last year. There were 21 shared possessions, not including the possessions at end of each half in the game, and 18 of them ended in a touchdown.
Good.
One ended in a defensive touchdown on a pick six. There was also a turnover on downs and 1 punt in the whole game. The final score was 70-56 Wake.
I actually remember that score. I remember that game. I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing the highlights. Because neither team can play defense.
Yeah, this is bad. Bad defensive game. If you like scoring, watch this game. This is going to be like Appalachian State versus Clemson, or even
UNC.
North Carolina.
was it UNC? Yeah,
UNC.
Appalachian State, UNC. It's going to be like that. But yeah, I would take Army plus 17. But I think Wake will win. I think the score will be Wake Forest 48, Army 35.
And there's your super dog.
Oh,
Did you say UNC? Let me tell you
Oh,
about a
man.
super dog.
oh.
The North Carolina Tar Heels heading to Miami
The U.
to play the U, to play the Hurricanes. I love UNC this week as my super dog, plus 4. Basically, reasons being, Drake May is him. He's averaging 319 pass yards a game. They're scoring 45 points a game, and they're doing it pretty easily. Miami's also coming off of a loss, 45-31 to Middle Tennessee. Fraud. And then I just think UNC is going to end up wearing out Miami's defense, and I think it'll be high scoring, but give me UNC to cover. I don't want to say outright, but I think they could easily win the game. But I don't have a prediction on that. But my super dog, UNC plus 4.
Let's hope we go 3-0 or 1-0 together.
Please. Please,
For
God.
the first segment, let's hope.
Yeah. So we'll be back on that next week, and we'll keep it up. But now it's time to transition to. There's your transition sound. It's NFL time. NFL time. All right, so let's talk NFL.
Yes.
I got some crazy stats, headlines type stuff from week 4. I don't really want to get too much in depth, but I got some quick little spitfire, quick action-packed facts for you from this
Action-packed
past
facts.
week.
I
You
like
ready?
it.
You ready? So, Ravens are 2-2. They lost to the Bills. They blew a lead again
Whoa.
at home. The Ravens, here's your stat. The Ravens have only been trailing for 14 seconds in total in both of their 2
That's
losses.
ridiculous. That's downright disgusting.
Exactly.
It's
So,
preposterous.
the Chargers, they almost blew a 20-point lead to the Texans. But Austin Eckler heard us talking last week, and he resurges. He goes
Got
off.
his first
Hey,
touchdown
he
of the
goes
year.
Derrick Henry, he thrives again. That's 2 weeks in a row. I think he's starting to find his groove. So are the Titans, and the Colts love to turn the ball over. Matt Ryan fumbles every time he gets
Matty
touched.
Ice.
Jared
Sounds
Goff.
like Melvin Gordon.
Jared Goff is MVP caliber player at this point in the season. That's how he's playing.
I dropped him for. I dropped Aaron Rodgers for Jared Goff.
I would do the same at this point for fantasy. But he's playing out of his mind, but their defense can't get a stop, man. It's embarrassing to watch.
So sad.
Come on, Dan Campbell, you got this.
Jeff Okuda's playing lights out though.
He is, except when DK. No, he didn't play lights out at all this week against the Seahawks. DK
Malcolm Rodriguez was the number 1 graded rookie linebacker again.
every week.
Malcolm.
Here's a stat that just kind of annoys me. It's pretty simple and straight to the point. The Giants are 3-1.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That's all I have to say.
Ugly.
Why?
Zach Wilson, he was back last week. He played okay. They won the game. They got a win. But the main highlight for me is it's Pickett time for the Steelers. It's Pickett time.
No. They're
Um,
losing this week.
So here's another stat for the Broncos Raiders last week. Patrick Surtain shadowed Devontae Adams for 71%
You sounded
of the snap.
Canadian as hell. Shout out.
I said shadowed.
I thought you said shout out.
Making fun of me. You don't know what I said. So he shadowed
Ooh.
Devontae Adams for 71% of snaps, and he only allowed 4 receptions. It's pretty good. Here's a stat that really just makes me angry. Baker Mayfield
Hey.
He's mad.
has a
Hey.
QBR of 15.9, which is
He's
the
bad.
second worst in
He is
NFL
bad.
history. He sucks. Baker, see ya. Matt Rule, see ya. But keep pounding. And then here's biggest final stat of the week. Patrick Mahomes and the
Wait,
Chiefs.
let me ask you something
Okay.
for the Panthers.
You're just gonna
if
interrupt
Ma-
my segment.
Shh.
That's fine.
No, I'm making money moves, man. If Matt Corral was healthy, do you think he would be starting now?
No, because Matt Rule is still the coach, but it's Corral season in Carolina next year. So Mahomes and the Chiefs, they looked unstoppable again. Mahomes became the fastest quarterback in NFL history to throw for 20,000 yards. He did it in 67 games, breaking the previous record held by Matthew Stafford, which was 71 games. And those are your action-packed stats.
Hey.
From week 4.
Matthew Stafford looks awful.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
But yeah, that was week 4. Now, another little highlights from week 4.
Yeah.
The injuries. So
Starting off on Thursday.
staying a little bit with week 4 here. This really hurt. Tua,
Please don't do it. Oh my God, he did it.
Tua got. You want me to not talk about it? Like, come on, bro.
I'll talk about it if you don't.
Yeah. Shut up, Blake.
I was talking about Q doing the hands.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Hey,
talking
get
about
well
Tua.
soon, Tua.
So Tua had a bad
Hey,
injury.
Fins up.
He got smacked, and they he's out for week 5 against the Jets. And Mike McDaniel actually came out and said that they're taking it week by week, but it's not really likely that he's going to return anytime soon, especially after one of their trainers has been
It's
fired.
Teddy B season. I was almost calling him his nickname, but
Yeah,
it's
so-
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, so that's that was a bad injury.
No. Please, God.
Anyone else got anything to add about Tua?
No.
No, he'll get well soon. We're praying.
Yeah, so that was a scary injury for Tua.
No. We're not. We can hold off the injury talk. Dolphins are 3-1.
So
You think it's just because Tua went out? You think you're winning that game?
yeah, I am. I do believe that.
Whatever.
I do believe that.
Whatever.
I strongly believe that.
Okay. Well, you're wrong. So, continue with the injuries.
Jonathan Taylor
Jonathan Taylor's hurt.
hurt his ankle.
I told you to pick up Naeem Hines. Don't fade me.
He did. So Jonathan he's ruled out for Thursday night, which is tonight against Denver. Denver's defense was really good anyway, but still, that's tough for the Colts because he's the only player on their team that is like
Well,
good.
for the Broncos defense, Randy Gregory's out for like 4 weeks. so-
Yeah, but and then speaking of the Broncos, their running back, Javonte Williams,
Rip.
season-ending injury. He tore his
Rip.
ACL and LCL. You hate to see it, really do.
Absolutely.
Now
blew
they
it
got to
out.
rely on
Well, actually,
Butterfingers
no, because they have Melvin Gordon,
and Mike.
Mike Boone,
Yeah,
but they actually stole Latavius Murray
Yeah.
off the Saints practice
he's
squad.
injured.
He got hurt?
Yeah, he got injured in practice today.
No way, I
He's on
didn't
the
see
injury
that.
report, yeah.
That's
That's wild.
crazy. He's so good when he plays.
So it's just Melvin Gordon and Mike Boone.
Oh, well, Mike Boone's not that bad. He backed up Dalvin Cook.
What's
and Madison.
the Cowboys head coach for basketball? What's his name?
The Cowboys head coach for
Like
basketball?
OSU?
Yeah.
Mike Boynton.
Okay, I thought it was Boone. My bad.
I thought you were talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
No. Ugh.
Yeah, I was like, all right, whatever. But yeah, that sucks for Javonte Williams because that's just not good. For Latavius Murray though, because he's so good when he plays, and
What was his injury? I didn't look.
he literally scored in London. He scored for the Saints.
Thanks, man.
So that sucks for them. More Broncos talk. Russell Wilson, he hurt his right shoulder. He didn't really practice much, but he will play tonight against the Colts. This one sucks for my fantasy team, but Cordell Patterson injured his right knee against the Browns. He's on injured reserve. He'll miss at least 4 games, which sucks. But Tyler Algier, he looked pretty good, so pick up that young buck in fantasy. We'll get to that in a second. And then my other main one was DeAndre Swift. He hasn't practiced all week, and they also said today that he's most likely not going to play. So, they have Jamal Williams, and he went absolutely crazy. And those are my main injuries. You guys have anything else? Because those are my main ones.
Those are basically the main ones.
Yeah, those are the
that's
biggest ones. But
about
that's a lot of big time players this week or last week. So, it's gonna lead directly into our fantasy talk. I already kind of said it. Tyler Algier on the Falcons is a main waiver priority. He's probably already gone in your league.
Yeah.
One thing I had about the Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown DJ Chark and Josh Reynolds. So their top 3 receivers all are injured with ankle injuries. They're all have ankle injuries. Amon-Ra is expected to play. I haven't seen much about Chark and Reynolds, but those are things to watch. If you have someone like Jared Goff starting, I still think he'll put up numbers because all he do is try and score and throw the ball. But I think that also helps Jamal Williams, especially if Swift's out, because New England has a strong run defense, but I think it's going to open up Williams in the passing game for fantasy. So PPR leagues, I think he's a solid flex play. Naheem Hines and Philip Lindsay are going to split carry center against the Broncos. Yep. And then
Philip Lindsay revenge game maybe.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, it just depends how much he's going to...
He won't fumble.
Well,
he's never fumbled.
He hasn't.
Since college.
It just depends how much they give him because I feel like they're going to trust Hines more because he's been there longer.
That offense is just so bad.
It's so bad, and Matt Ryan can't get it together. All he's doing is turning it over. I think,
or he just throws to Mo Alley Cox.
Yeah, shout out Mo. I said Tua being out really doesn't impact much for Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in fantasy, even if they're both questionable right now. But I think it's going to be a lot of short yard after catch plays for both of them. And then my last main thing, well, actually I have 2 more things. One of them was pick up George Pickens because Kenny Pickett is now playing and he loves throwing it to George.
Pickett to Pickens.
Exactly. So I would pick up George Pickens. I think he's going to be very good. And then I had an emergency quarterback in case anyone out there needed a quarterback because I've seen a lot of leagues where people are like, oh, my quarterback sucks, I need one. If you want just a random quarterback to pick up and start this week, I got Ryan Tannehill at Washington. He's only rostered in 15% of leagues, and the Commanders have a bottom 3 defense in the league, and they're letting any quarterback they play in fantasy just light them up. So if you need an emergency quarterback this week, pick up Ryan Tannehill and start him.
I'd rather play Geno Smith. Ew.
That's all my fantasy stuff for this week. I'm going to let you guys take it.
My fantasy, obviously pick up Hines. He's probably gone now already. Damien Harris for the Patriots. He's in not in a lot of leagues because of Ramondre Stevenson, but that offense is so hit or miss with the running backs. Corey Davis from the Jets.
I like that.
And then for a tight end, if you need a tight end, Tyler Conklin. He's right now the number 7 tight end, which you wouldn't expect from Minnesota, but he's with the Jets now. So Tyler Conklin. And then, that's basically it.
I also have Corey Davis. Last I saw, he's only rostered in 6.9% of leagues.
Dude, he's underrated.
Nice.
He's underrated.
Very. And then my other one, and I know we only had 5 points last week, but Isaiah Pacheco for the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, he looked good.
He's going to come in and be like a change of pace guy.
He's like
Clyde.
I think he's going to be like what they thought Jarrett McKinnon was going to be this year.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's got speed. He's got agility. When he gets in open field, he's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Runs a 4.3, 6'1".
He's fast.
He's speedy. He got that speed on him.
Ridiculous.
So, there's your... Is that all you got?
I mean, if you want to... I guess I can kind of talk about it a little bit. You said something about it last week. Don't worry about Jonathan Taylor. And I know he's out this week, but here's the stats through week 4 in fantasy. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, in 2020, through week 4...
I had him last year.
He was 21st.
Wait, 2020?
2020.
Okay,
yeah.
We're going back.
In 2020, through week 4, he was 21st among running backs, finished 6th. Last year, he was 24th, finished 1st. This year, he's 24th again.
Yeah, he just tore it open last year. Just depends how. It just depends. Yeah, I said it. Just depends how quickly you can
busted
come back.
wide open in him. I mean, no, stop.
Pause.
Busted open he took over the seat driver.
So it depends
Yeah,
how.
Jonathan
He hopped
Taylor
in the driver's
owners.
seat.
It
Yeah,
depends
Jonathan
how.
owners.
Depends how quickly.
Don't be worried.
It depends how quickly that
Don't be worried yet.
he's gonna heal. Yeah. So talking about the Colts, they play tonight, Thursday night football. Yeah, against the Broncos. Do it again.
Big horse game.
Big horse.
This is a Brett game.
Shut up.
Blake game.
Shut
This is
up.
a Blake
Shut
game.
up, Blake.
Oh, red.
Oh, red. So the Colts are heading to Mile High, and they're playing the Broncos. The Broncos come in as a 3.5 point favorite.
Actually, going with fantasy real quick.
Yeah.
For this game.
Okay.
You know who I think is going to have a big game?
Who?
You know, mile high, elevated, ball's going to be throwing. He plays for the Colts.
Matt Ryan?
I think Matt Ryan will have a good game.
Michael
but he's
Pittman?
Michael Pittman. I think Michael
Okay.
Pittman's going to have a
Okay.
very good game.
Over under.
I like that.
Over under 1 touchdown.
I think he'll get one.
You think he'll get one? Okay.
You like the push?
The push.
Yeah.
Okay. Over under 87 yards.
Over.
Over.
I think he'll have
Over.
like a 110, 1 touchdown night.
Okay. Over under 6 catches.
Over.
Over.
Okay. All right. Well.
Actually, I'd put him at like 4.
Okay. 4.
He's
for
gonna.
110.
He's
He's
gonna,
gonna have-
get a big
yeah.
rack play.
That's usually how he plays.
That is how he plays. Yeah. He's like a 4 catch, 112 yards on a touchdown guy with like a 30-yard touchdown.
He's projected 14.5. So I would. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I
That's
like
pretty
that.
spot on.
mean, that's so-
Actually, I don't know because he's playing PS2.
PS2 is so good. He's underrated. I would say PS2 is a top 10 corner right now.
Yeah, he is.
The corners are,
Yes.
dude. Their corners are weird now.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
Jalen
a-
Ramsey's no longer my number 1. I think it's AJ Terrell.
I would say AJ Terrell is my he's definitely up there. I wouldn't say he's number 1 though.
Corners are very interesting.
Corners are interesting. It's such a weird little topic.
Yep.
But going back to Thursday night, I mean that relates perfectly in
Yep.
Thursday night. So
Yeah.
good call. The Colts are struggling badly. They turn over the ball like crazy. Personally, my personal prediction for this game is that this is going to be the game where the Broncos finally put it
They
together.
figure it out.
Yeah, they figure it out, and they're gonna let Russ cook. Like he cooked, he played well last week. He really did. But I think tonight is the night they put it all together against a struggling team that doesn't have their best player, and the Broncos win. I don't know. I think they cover 3.5. I don't know if that's one of my picks. Yeah, it definitely is. We'll get into that in a minute as well. But I think the Broncos finally put it together tonight, and they look really solid all around.
I don't think so. I mean, I think they'll look decent, but it's just going to be a weird game. Like, it's just going to be not fun to watch.
I don't feel like the Broncos or the Colts are fun to watch, even if they're healthy. I feel like both teams are very boring.
Which I thought the Broncos were going to be fun to watch this year.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, I'm predicting they put it together. I wouldn't say it makes them fun to watch, but I think they're going to actually look solid. Like, if they get in the red zone, they're going to score points.
also with fantasy, I think Judy might have a good game because I don't think they're going to be handing it off as much. But also
Sutton and Judy are both,
Yeah,
I think, good flex plays this week.
yeah. Also, I think Albert O might have a pretty good game because they
Say
don't.
his last name right now.
No.
It's very hard to say.
But their linebacker core cannot defend a tight end. I think I saw it.
Shaq Leonard is
They're
out.
the last
I got his name right. It's
3-4 tight ends that he's out too.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. 3 or 4 tight ends I think have averaged like 14.5. So we'll see. But yeah, that's basically all I have for the game.
Yeah.
I have Broncos winning though,
Okay.
quite easily.
Yeah.
I also think the Broncos are going to win. Did you know that of the 9 NFL teams that got a new quarterback this season, none of them have a winning record?
Are you serious?
Swear.
That's a crazy stat. Big stat guy.
Big stat
Massive stat guy.
guy. You need stats? Go to Old Red.
OldRedStats.com.
Should we
I'm
make
going to
that a-
patent that.
Should we make that a site?
Might have to.
Brought to you by.
So well, let me ask you, Blake, are you in the side where you think the Broncos win? Not they don't blow them out, but they win like significantly, like they put
I'm
it
definitely
together.
on that side. Yeah.
You're on that side?
I'm
Okay.
on that side.
Okay. Well, that's a usual 2 against Q here. 2 against 1 against Q. Fading Q
I
again.
love it.
But we'll get, and so that's pretty much all for the Thursday night game. It's a pretty weak game, I'm not going to lie. But let's get into our biggest game of the week here. It's the Sunday night game, right? Yeah, Sunday night game. AFC North showdown. The Bengals are heading to Bmore to play the Ravens. Shout out Shaq. But it's AFC North battle. I feel like when these two teams play, it's always a good battle, even if the game is like 6-3. It's still like it's a close game. The Ravens are a 3-point favorite. The Bengals, though, on last Thursday against the Dolphins, which sucks, but they put it all together. They looked really good. I'll admit they looked really good. They finally looked like they were last year. Not like they were last year, but they looked like they were kind of like locking in and like understanding they need to play better. The Ravens they're at home again, but they've blown 2 big leads at home. And honestly, it kind of annoys me when people are just putting it on the Ravens defense for not getting stops and stuff. So like my biggest question is like, can the Ravens defense make stops when they need to, but also can the Ravens offense not put up 20 in the first quarter and then not score again?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people are so quick to blame their defense, but if you look at all these games, their offense hits a point where they don't do
They
anything.
get stagnant. Yeah.
They just stop.
They throw a pick in the end zone.
Not even that. They just don't. They just can't. They can't move the ball. So like, I
saw
their defense sucks, but people need to stop. People need to look at the offense too, even though Lamar's playing out of his mind.
I saw a thing on Instagram. The Ravens defense is number 1 in the whole league in the first half. The second half, they're number 30.
Exactly. Yeah. You can't have that and expect to win. They're like a championship or bust team, and they can't. You can't have that. Super Bowl or bust. My bad.
Yep.
But it's annoying because all I see is people just bashing their defense because Lamar has 50 in fantasy. But dude, you got to score when it matters. You got to move the ball in the second half because they literally were up 20-3 on the Bills, and then done.
Yep. You got anything on that?
Nothing at all.
Well, I'm gonna do my pick. What do hungry dogs do?
Bet the over.
No, they run faster. Ravens coming off a loss. They're 16-4-1. Hungry dog runs faster. I'm going Ravens over the Bengals. I think it's gonna be a close game. I'd go.
Are these part of your game picks?
I mean, it's the game of the week, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go 28-21 Ravens.
I like that, honestly. I'm gonna go. I think the Ravens do win because I do think they're gonna be like. I think Lamar's gonna have one of those where he's like, "I'm so done with y'all. Like, y'all ain't paying me. Y'all ain't doing this. Y'all ain't doing that."
He's going to Miami.
He's gonna be pissed off. So he's gonna go. Yeah, peed off, pissed off. I'm going 42-34 Ravens. 42-34.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot.
I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game. The Ravens
If
defense
I had-
can't make stops, but they're gonna make the stop when it matters. I'm telling you.
If I had to give a score prediction, I'd say 31-27 Ravens.
Hold up, we need to write these down. Hugh, what did you say?
28-21.
28-21.
28-21. Yes, Ravens.
I said 42-34, and then Blake, what did you have?
31-27.
Okay. All right. Well, Ravens are covering. You had the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ravens are covering and all those.
We all had Ravens.
Yep.
Okay.
Ravens
great.
sweep. Ravens sweep.
Let's go 1-0 again.
All right. So we just did some picks. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Give me. Let's go over the records. Blake, take it away.
Last week, we'll go last week first. Q went 2-3. Jack and I went 1-4 again.
So what's the overall records?
Overall, Q is 6-4. Jack and I are 2-8.
You're making money if you bet with me. That's what I'm saying.
I guess so.
All right. So then start us off, Hotshot.
All right.
Yeah.
My best bets. I have Atlanta Falcons +9 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and an over of 48.5.
You double betting that game?
Yep. I have Tennessee Titans -2.5 versus the Washington Commanders. I have the Lions versus the Patriots over 46.5.
Yep.
I have Giants versus Packers +8.5 for the Giants. I have Ravens versus Jets. Not Ravens versus. I meant to put Dolphins versus Jets +3.5 for the Jets, and then I have.
That was a personal shot.
No, I just
personal
don't.
shot.
I don't think it's okay. I have Bills versus Steelers. Bills -14. I also think the Steelers are the worst team in the NFL right now. But those are my best bets. Lock it in.
Am I counting those right? Is that 7 bets right there?
It is.
I only did 5, but I can get 6 right there because I'm gonna definitely bet against you on the Dolphins game just because you said
Okay,
that.
that's fine.
So I also have Lions and Pats over. Whenever I had it, it was 45.5. But, I mean, 46.5.
bet
It doesn't
that?
really matter.
Did we all bet that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Might as well.
God!
Here, I'm gonna get another one just so I have 7 then.
All right. I guess we can throw in Ravens -3 on that too for one of mine. What else? You know what? Broncos -3.5 too. Because why not?
Okay.
If we want to get to 7.
Wait, did you have the Jets game at 3? What did you put it as? 3.5?
+3.5.
Okay, so -3.5 is what you're meant to say.
I feel
no,
weird
that's not-
because
that's my bet,
I'm
not
not
yours.
picking a single
No, I know, that's
underdog this week. Chargers -2.5 at the Browns. Vikings -7 versus the Bears.
I like that one.
Titans -2.5 at Washington.
Get
And
him, Blake, get him.
Teddy B's 24-6 in road starts against the spread. Dolphins -3.5.
Why do you
Yeah.
always pick my picks? Well, actually, I just put that one
Yeah,
in
you
there.
just put that.
Okay, so put
Fraud.
the glasses back on here. Colts at Broncos. I want to make tonight interesting because this game's gonna bore me otherwise. So Broncos -3.5. Hammer it. The Titans are heading to Washington on that terrible field. I got the Titans -2.5. I never thought I would actually bet on this team, but the Texans at Jaguars. I have the Jaguars -7.
That's a good bet.
Yeah.
Pulling a little cue here. Steelers Bills. Betting an over under here. I'm going over 46.5.
Okay.
Going over in that game.
Hmm.
Because I think the Bills are going to score like 35
Yeah.
and the Steelers are score like 7 or
Garbage
14.
time touchdowns.
Exactly, yeah. So that then I got Raiders at Chiefs. Chiefs -7 to make the Monday night game even more interesting. And then obviously I put the Lions Pats over with you guys, and then Dolphins Jets. Dolphins -3.5.
Let's have a good week, boys.
Let's have
Let's
a
have a good
great
week.
week.
All right, we're gonna do one more segment before we leave. I want everyone to pull up the Week 5 NFL schedule real quick. We're gonna
Okay.
pick every game.
Okay. Someone want to write it
We're
down?
gonna do a pick 'em. Yeah, I'll write it.
Okay. I love this. All right. All right. All right. All right. So,
Hey.
Hey.
If you're listening, pick them with us. See how you
Pick 'em
do.
with us.
all right. So let's start with Thursday night football. Colts at Broncos. I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Broncos.
Me as well.
Broncos sweep. Sunday, beautiful Sunday, October 9th. We're heading to London again. Week 2.
Hey, this is the first game in
2 weeks in a row in London.
32 games in London that both teams are 3-1.
Giants and Packers. Packers.
I'm in London. I'm going to pick the Packers.
That was good.
Give me the Packers.
Rest in peace, the Queen.
That's 2 sweeps already for first 2 games.
Yeah.
First 12 o'clock game Central Time. Steelers Bills. Bills. I think that should be a sweep again.
Bills.
Then we got Chargers Browns. I think this could be an underrated game.
Chargers, because that was one of my bets.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers as well.
Yeah, dude, the Browns looked terrible last week. I'm gonna go Chargers as well.
But I feel like Nick Chubb's gonna have a crazy week again.
I love that for my fantasy team. Jags Texans. I like the Jags at home.
I agree.
Bears Vikings. Oh,
you
wait.
like the Texans at home?
No, the
No, the
Jags
Jags.
at home.
Oh, okay.
Jags are home. You picking Jags?
Jags.
Yeah. We've swept all these games. Another early game. Bears at Vikings. Vikings looked kind of sloppy in London, but the Bears suck. Bear down though, so give me the Vikings. Skull.
Vikings.
Sweeps. Little 1-3 battle. Lions Patriots. I think the Lions injuries are going to impact them, but I don't think Mac Jones is playing, so I'm going to go with the Lions. I think the Lions get it done.
As bad as I want the Lions to win, I got to go New England here.
Here we go.
Is Hoyer starting?
I think so.
Or
Yeah.
is it gonna be Bailey Zapp?
I think it's Hoyer. Right now, Hoyer's questionable, so we'll have to look into that.
If
No, you got to pick. You can't just do these ifs thing. You got to pick right now. Go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Lions.
Hell yeah. We got Seahawks and Saints. I think is Jameis gonna play? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Come on, go.
I'm gonna go Saints at home.
Ugh.
I like their defense too
Give me
much.
Seattle.
I got Seattle as
I
well.
like their defense too much. Dolphins, Jets. Obviously Dolphins.
Fins.
Um,
He took the Jets spread in this one, but he could pick
yeah.
the Fins to win.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins.
Damn right you are. Falcons, Bucks. I'm gonna pick the Bucks, but I do think it is gonna be a kind of decent game because the Bucks are struggling. But I think the Bucks will win.
Yeah, I also have Bucks.
yeah.
Okay. Titans, Commanders. Titans look hot right now. Give me the Titans.
Tennessee.
What was that game?
Titans, Commanders.
Yeah, I'll go Titans.
Niners heading to Carolina to play the Panthers. The Panthers are such a joke right now. Give me the Niners.
Yeah.
Yep.
Niners defense looks really good.
Niners.
This could be a good game. Eagles, Cardinals. The Cardinals can't play in the first half, but the second half they always look good. But I still think the Eagles are
If-
gonna win.
if Arizona could play a good first half of football, they'd win a lot of football games.
So are you gonna pick them?
No.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, if they could play in the first half, then they'd be a good football team.
Eagles sweep again. Okay. Another game. The Cowgirls playing the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, Rams at home. I think Cooper Rush finally meets his maker, Aaron Donald. Then Sunday night game, we already talked about it. Bengals Ravens. I got the Ravens at home.
Yep.
I think they're
Also,
the hungry dogs.
Yep.
Then a good Monday night game, I think. Raiders Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs Kingdom at home.
Give me Chiefs.
You know what?
Be different.
I'm gonna be different. We're gonna go Raiders.
Go Raiders. I like that. Be different. So yeah, we got those picks down. We'll update you guys how we did next week. Which means you got to come back next week.
Come on back, baby.
That also means we've reached the end of this week.
No.
But
Why?
Oh wait.
But
Oh,
major announcement for
Whoa.
Sideline Media Productions.
Hey.
Wait, guys, I have a question. What starts soon? What already started?
Hoop. Basketball.
Basketball.
Hey.
So if you love basketball, even if you like it more than football and you're listening,
I like basketball.
I love
the three
basketball.
of us, Sideline Media
I love basketball.
Sideline Media Productions will be coming out with a basketball podcast. We're going to dive into the world of basketball starting next week.
Hey.
What's that called?
Full
Court
court
Press.
Full court press.
Next Wednesday,
A Sideline Media
October
production.
the 12th.
October 12th will be the first
Write it
episode.
down in your calendar right now.
So
That's a double week.
stay tuned for that.
Back-to-back days.
And another way you can stay tuned for
of
that
Sideline Media.
is following on social media. Instagram at Sideline Media Prod, P-R-O-D.
Follow
Twitter at Sideline Media
Follow
PR. YouTube, subscribe at Sideline Media Productions. We're going to be
Turn on
we're
all
going to
your
be
post noties.
very active on social media. We're going to
On all your podcasts, rate us 5 stars. Apple, Spotify, whatever else.
We are going to be very active on social media, and the laptop slam only means one thing.
One
We've
thing.
reached the end. I'm Jack. That's Q. That's Blake. We are the Sideline. Peace.
See ya.